Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another SLA video. Folks, we got some big news from CM Iron, probably my favorite CM. Sorry, Prism, I know I love you too, but Iron is the man. I want to also remind everybody, before we start with this video, Content Creator Program is back, baby. That's right, get yourself some free codes, guys. New season 13 is up and running. I want to say a big shout out to everybody who extended, also anyone who's going to be supporting, also anyone who's been supporting from day one all the way up to now. Guys, it's free. Click that support button, support your boy. I'll be sending out codes to you guys every single season. Get some free loot, get some free codes, and get yourself leveled up by using this simple and free support program. So do that. Also, guys, today going live another Rip and Ship. So join my Rip and Ship live streams. Check out my amazing website. Shout out to my boy Connor who put this together for me. And check out some of the crazy hits we've been doing. It's been absolutely bonkers. And we have a big, massive opening today. So make sure you do that. Plus also a live stream today for Sharp. And then of course, tomorrow we're going to be doing the full summoning and testing of Frieren and everything's along the way. So guys, don't miss out. Hit that subscribe button, notifications, and get yourselves into the channel, into the community, and join all of the Discords, whether it's solo leveling Discord and all the other games or the Pokemon Discord, and join us for that. Now let's talk about CM Iron and his additional announcements. Plus we got some big news regarding collab weapons I'm going to talk about very shortly. Okay, so we're always paying close attention to feedback shared by our hunters. Following the recent Korean live stream, we realized that some details have been prepared were somewhat lacking. So here's what they're going to cause. So collaboration rate up operation details. We reviewed the recent feedback and activity trends from our hunters to reduce the fatigue. That's right. By consecutive collaboration, the rate up will feature only the designated hunter exclusively in each one. So essentially, Frieren is going to run, and then Fern is going to come right after on 11.6. Frieren and Fern share the same SSR up support. When obtaining an SSR, only the designated SSR hunter will appear. So there is no more 50-50, guys. It is 100% guaranteed, which is fucking insanity. This will make this a lot more attractive to summon on for everybody, guys. So this is a very big deal. Okay, so collaboration hunter, but we'd like to provide a clear explanation regarding the experience benefit for hunters that are in the collab. So these benefits were initially intended to be applied as a passive skill of the collaboration hunters, regardless of whether the costume was equipped or not. However, after internal discussions following the live stream, we determined that providing a permanent experience buff to limited hunters would be unfair to new players joining in the future. As a result, we have decided not to implement this effect. Thank God. So we will prepare alternative ways to provide experience buffs so the majority of players can enjoy the benefit. This is what I'm fucking talking about, baby. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to go out here and say this right now. These devs know what the hell they're doing because they know the backlash that happens when you make an unfair advantage to a pay-to-win option. I love my pay-to-win players because I am a pay-to-win player, but I'm also a free-to-play player, and I know the majority of players in any community is free-to-play. And if you're going to be leaving your community hanging, you're going to lose a lot of your player base because it's not that it's a big effect. Nobody really cares that much about the experience points aspect of it. It's the premise, right? Because what happens is when you start doing pay-to-win things slowly, it becomes a trend that people will start noticing, and trends are bad. Bad trends are easy to identify by players. Players are smart nowadays, and they'll know that if this is the beginning, there's going to be more things to be added. Next will be gold. Next will be like materials, etc. Right? So I'm glad they identified this. I'm glad they nipped it in the bud. And this is the kind of shit the devs are getting applauded for. And I love this, okay? Maximum level expansion. The next level cap expansion that many of you have been eagerly waiting for is scheduled for the November update. So following then, we'll have a 10 level increase, not a 5. Guys, that's why this experience point thing was even added, probably, is to make it more. So start saving, guys. At this point, I would start saving very soon because November update is obviously a month away. So start saving your idle if you've already hit the 120 mark and you've already capped it out, right? Committed to service stabilization. This is the critical one. This is critical. The event of bugs will respond immediately with a fast hotfix. First off, there should be, I'm not saying there should never be bugs, but guys, honestly, the fact that we as your player base are your testers needs to stop, bro. I don't get paid to do this shit. Neither does Mouse, neither does Zaf. And quite honestly, finding bugs is exhausting because sometimes they're accidental. Sometimes they're very detrimental to performance. Sometimes they're so minuscule, but they do make a large effect at the end of the day. We should not have to do this. Like, they need to come up with a better process for Q&A and a better process for production release of products. Because I mean, like, listen, if you test something in a controlled test environment and it doesn't work, then you should assume that it doesn't work in production. And if it does work in controlled test environment, there needs to be a mimic in that environment that mimics the amount of players who play in production and how the product works. IT jargon. Nobody really cares about this. All right, Transcendent Rune selection chest distribution schedule. Promise during the live stream will be granted to all hunters who log in from 10/23 until the next update. We are getting a free mythical selection chest. Guys, they're just giving out mythicals left and fucking right. It's crazy. So yes, shout out to them for doing that. Now, a couple other big things to note here, okay, from the live stream that they actually talked about that we didn't get a chance. So make sure you check out these codes, guys. Use these codes now before they're gone. I mean, November 19th. It's my birthday, bitch. That'll be then. So the bug for Inouy's Roar is getting fixed now. Guys, performance will go down. They're fixing it. They're not nerfing it. This was originally the intent of this weapon. I stick by that. I stand by that. It reads what it says. It will do what it says. That's fine for me. Sunjina's issues also apparently are bugged. I never knew she had a tier 5 effect bug, but it does exist, and apparently they're going to be fixing it in a future update, which really contradicts what they just said about fixing hotfixes really fast. They're not doing that. They're waiting for another future update to fix this, and it's an A5 issue. So that's kind of a problem in the team battles, right? Also, more challenging content. People are crazy for asking for this because we were just complaining how they're nerfing a weapon that's too powerful, but yet people want more challenging content. Still blows my mind, but we are having the Overseer's Forbidden Library, and that's coming out. Now, here's the crazy parts, okay? The IP for Frieren was announced 3 months ago in the leaks. We knew it was coming. They just couldn't say anything officially because of issues with contracts. That's not a big deal. The bug for Guild Boss will be fixed eventually. Here's where it makes two big differences. Number one, Silver Main Beck's damage differs based on frame rates, and they actually admitted that on PC versus mobile, that PC will do more because of frame rate drops. That's crazy. They finally admitted that. Now, can collaboration weapons be crafted? This is the crazy one. Since collaboration content can only be provided during its contract period, weapons cannot be obtained after the collaboration ends. However, for hunters who have already acquired collaboration weapons but could not fully upgrade, we plan to introduce a common evolution material to allow continued progression. That is bonkers good news. Yeah. So for all of us who, for example, did not get a chance to upgrade a hunter's weapon to A5, A10, whatever the case may be, you are now going to be able to do that in the near future with a brand new evolution material they're going to introduce, which will probably allow you to get any of the weapons that are hunters, whether it's collab or not, up to A10. I think that is massive, massive news, and that's a great, great direction to go. Also, SLC tournament, guys, will be announced, and this is a really good one. The custom draw 4-choice list, if you guys don't know what that is, that's obviously the custom draws here. So if I go to the draw section here, this is going to be reduced eventually, hopefully to 3, maybe eventually down to 2. And if we can get that, guys, we're going to be cooking. Like, we're going to be in a really, really good spot if they can do that. Because quite honestly, the 4 selection is brutal. I think the weapon selection of 2 is fantastic. And to be able to choose 50-50 on those ones are a way better option, in my opinion. And if they can do that for us, that is honestly a big, big update. I think that's going to be making the draws a lot easier as well to deal with, right? So you guys can see here, they are putting a lot of effort into doing this. So guys, if you do like the big news, if you are enjoying the content, please remember to subscribe, like, leave those notifications on. Also remember to join the live streams and the Ripmanships for Pokemon. And also don't forget to leave a comment and give me your thoughts on all of this. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.